little different because I feel like it's light schedule, not a lot going on today. Just 7 games on the board, unless you count. I don't even know if there's WNBA or any of that other garbage. But well, it's not garbage. It's just not. WNBA isn't garbage. It's not a sport that I follow. It's not a sport that I follow. So it's not garbage. I meant games that I don't bet. It's the way I should have said it. Caught myself. Anyways, got 3 big Major League Baseball games. One of them's a makeup game, so I'm sure those guys are going to be really stoked to be out there today when the rest of the league has off. And we got 2 other series that begin today. We've got 2 NBA games, which actually could be pretty good. And then I guess there's 2 NHL. Back at it. Yep. So, yeah, a lot of excitement.
There's no WNBA today.
No WNBA. All right. The WNBA, how about badminton?
No, I didn't see that.
How about French Open tennis? There's got to be French Open tennis.
There's got to be some sort of tennis going on.
Yeah, it's French Open.
WNBA could be a better moneymaker if they got the lines out a little bit sooner. That's just my opinion.
I don't know, man. It doesn't have the coverage.
Lately, the lines aren't up.
It doesn't have the coverage for me, I don't know. It's just something I've just never gotten into. It has nothing to do with thing. Anyways, we got some, Brian says the college football lines are out. I haven't looked at them, so this should be fun. We'll get our first impression on those as well. That'll be fun.
At least up on FanDuel they are. I don't know about anybody else's.
It's all right. You can get FanDuel lines. No problem. Or Brian could read them off for us.
Yep.
All right, well, let's just get it right started. We got NBA. Got 2 games. We got the Nets and the Bucks, and then we got Game 1, Suns versus Nuggets. 2 interesting things going on here. Of course, James Harden not playing tonight for the Nets, but well, when the Nets started stockpiling players, throughout the season, everyone's like, "What are these guys doing?" And it's like now their scrubs are Blake Griffin, and it all starts to make sense now, doesn't it? As we saw them absolutely pummel the Bucks. They beat them up in Game 1, and I don't know if the Bucks are going to have any kind of answers for that. It's very sweepish. But, of course, there's a number here, and the number's dropping. And, you look at the betting action, there's a lot of suckers out there on the Bucks. So, good opportunity to make some money. Brian, what do you think?
I definitely agree with you. Definitely good opportunity to make some money. As far as the show goes, I'm looking at the under in the Bucks and Nets game. The first game went under. I think you'll see a more focused, an even more focused defense from both the Bucks and the Nets tonight. The Bucks have to play some serious defense if they want to contend in this series. And so I see this game going easily under the 235.5. It went easy under the first time. No reason why I won't do it again. So I'm taking the under in Game 2.
And for me, I'm going to take in this first one here. I'm going to take the Bucks first quarter again, just like we did last time. I gave you guys out here to take the Bucks first quarter. They've been winning the first quarters all year, so just checking the look to see what the money line price is on that. Usually they're out now. Yeah, I'll take the Bucks in the money line. Shop the number. I see it like minus 10. I'll take the Bucks to win the first quarter.
I just think here it's glaring, like how bad the information we're getting as far as the betting action. It's just getting worse and worse. It's just both these NBA games just loud and clear that we got to find a new source for that information if we're going to look at it.
We do need a new source, but
that's clearly not. It's clearly incorrect.
What do you find disturbing on the board that you don't agree with?
Well, that there's 9,785 bets on the Brooklyn-Milwaukee game. That's what I find disturbing.
I would say closer to our VIP show, you should see it around 25,000, something like that.
That's still about a million light. It's even for a sample, it's still about a million or two light. And It's just not.
It's kind of like a poll, though. You know how
I know, but what's
1,000
happened
people.
is that I believe that this sample, I believe that this is just scraped from offshore books, and I believe that that a lot of the action of the bigger bettors, right, the guys who are the bigger bettors, the guys who has left this venue as more options have become available to them, and I think that it makes this data less and less and less reliable. How much, for the offshore books, how much do you think their business has been reduced in the legal U.S. betting states? Like, what percentage of customers that used to be using offshore books are still using them in the legal U.S. betting states? Like, the guys that used to be customers, like, what percentage do you think of those are? Is it even 10%?
I would say it probably reduced 75%.
I'd say it's reduced probably more than that. And I would say that the accuracy of these samples is reduced by just as much.
Well, we all know what guys are betting. I mean, just by looking at the game, because the Phoenix.
Well, you look at the
Suns-
comments, right, on YouTube.
Mhm.
That's how you pretty much tell.
Well, there's other ways too.
Look what people are screaming.
Yep.
You know who people's favorite teams are. It's no mystery.
Yeah, I mean,
People like to bet their favorite team.
I
That's how it
mean,
is.
who's the most popular player, right? Giannis. Anyways, that's really how you go by jersey sales, right? That's what we figured out. The
I guess
NFL.
we can discuss it further on the VIP show later.
Then we got Rob. What do you think? Oh, you already gave it out.
Yeah, I
Any
like the Bucks
opinion
in
on
first
the other
quarter.
game? Anyone?
And the other one, I think we got a battle in that one. I think it comes down to one possession. So I'm going to take the Nuggets plus the points. And
I think Phoenix is so much better.
I would do a slight lean on the over, but I don't like overs. But in that game, I would lean to the over.
I think Phoenix is so much the better team. So much the better team. I think the Nuggets are a good team, but I think Phoenix is a really good team, and I think they're being, they haven't gotten a lot of recognition. We saw it in the Lakers series. I'm gonna bust them up. Bust them up bad. This team is tough.
so is this Nuggets team. They're 2-1 on the year against Phoenix. So I'm going to take the Nuggets plus the points.
I'm taking Phoenix.
What I love about the Suns
I would
is
go double digits on this thing too.
I like Chris Paul's leadership on the Suns. I think that really helps him.
I don't even think they need it. I think Booker is the heart and soul of this team, and he's shown that he can be the leader of this team, and he gets it done, and he leads by example. I think Joker's an awesome player, but
They won both in Phoenix this year. 2-0.
it doesn't matter.
Walked into Phoenix and won both. Both went to overtime. That's why I'm.
Yeah, one was
looking.
the
These are
last
both
one.
these teams are going to battle. So you're going to give me 4.5. I'll take the 4.5.
Yeah, there's always circumstances. It wasn't a playoff game, that's for sure. Let's see.
It is a playoff game.
No,
so,
it wasn't.
Come on with a little more intensity.
But it wasn't a playoff game. It's not a little more intensity. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Going to overtime, it seems like those games are pretty intense to me.
I guess we'll see.
Yep.
January 23rd. It was 5 months ago.
How about that Hawks
6
beat
months
down?
ago.
They put the Sixers yesterday.
Yeah, 6 months
Came
ago.
close at the end.
Back-to-back nights 6 months ago. I don't think I'm going to lean too heavy on that. Jamal Murray had 26 points in that one for Denver.
I think
Denver
people
Nuggets
slightly.
They just beat Portland.
Beat the Nuggets, though.
I know. And the Suns just beat the defending world champion Lakers. Right?
You don't think there's a
The
hangover?
hobbled defending the champs that have two guys that were really hobbled. Yeah, and I'm not pinning all my hope on that.
But you'll pin it on 2 games from January.
Yeah,
25th.
2 games. That was a solid team they just beat, and they were all healthy. The Lakers weren't healthy. Let's see what the Suns can do. We'll
See
see.
what this other one looks like.
The Blazers aren't a pushover in Portland.
No, exactly. Blazers would have easily rolled right over the Lakers. Nuggets would have rolled right over the Lakers.
The Grizzlies might have rolled over the Lakers.
I think Memphis. Yeah, I think I was just gonna say. I think Memphis would roll right over the Lakers.
Jamal Murray had 18 in the first game, 26 in the second. He was the second leading scorer behind Joker in the first game.
Do you have any premium NBA picks today, Mitch?
Yeah, I do in the first game. It's a layup. Yep, see, there's Brian. See, there's where people say Brian never says anything, whatever.
I don't have a play on that game. I'm just saying.
I know.
I just laughed because you said it was a layup. Nothing's a layup.
It is a layup. Because I know you're on the other side. Makes it easy.
You don't know. It's possible.
No, I'm 100% positive. Anyways, what are you guys selling today?
I got my money. Yeah, Monday night money shot 3-pack. I got one NBA and two Major League. I'm sorry, two
Booker
NBA,
played.
one Major League.
Booker played in those games. Someone's saying Booker didn't play. Booker played.
He played in those games.
3 plays for $40 at pickdogs.com. We're going to try to get 2 straight winning days. You know, starting off small. Hopefully, we're going to fly right through June. Check it out.
But Jamal Murray played in those games and had big games. Both of them.
And for me, it's Kickstart the week. I got a nice 5-pack. I got an NBA triple, 1 MLB, and 1 NHL. Jump aboard. We're trying to get 2 winning days in a row and starting the movement up the leaderboard.
I got to say that the card's small, but there's quality in it, and I'm not just BSing. I really believe that.
Well, Bundy's pitching, so you know you'll be humping up on him. Got
Big dog Bundy.
Got our premium this morning. There's not going to be any regular YouTube premium. We're just going to have the VIP show today, and all premium members will be involved. There's just not big enough card for it to make any sense.
I think that'll be fun.
Well, yeah, we'll do it all in the VIP. I'll even give out consensus picks on there. It'll be the full Monty. Yep. So that's the way that's going to work. We'll go to these 3 Major League Baseball games. Marlins, Red Sox. Jackson Cowher gets the ball against King Kong Bundy. His first Major League start. Former first-round draft choice. Seems like a lot of the pitchers are former first-round draft choices these days. And then Brian's homeboy, Adbert Alzolay, on the mound for the Cubs against the Padres, who have big-time revenge in mind after getting swept by the Cubs at Wrigley. You can imagine they're probably waiting up all night for this one. I imagine they come out and hammer the Cubs. I don't have a premium on that, but I'll take the Padres right out of the gate. Slaughter the Cubs.
I'm on the Cubs.
They've been so money at home. They dropped their last 2 to the Mets, but look for them to come out swinging here, especially after what happened at Wrigley. That's why the Padres are favored.
Slightly. Ryan Weathers is on the mound, and well, he has good statistical numbers this season. He doesn't. Lately, yeah, I think there's some cracks in his armor, and Alzolay usually gives the Cubs 5 solid innings here. I think the Cubs get another win like they won yesterday, scraped out a win. I think they'll get another win on the road against the Padres, but I think the better bet is the Marlins. Plus money, you're on the road. I know this is the last game of their long road trip, but they looked good yesterday. You got Pablo Lopez on the mound, 2.82 ERA, 68 strikeouts to 18 walks. I think Lopez puts out a good performance. Red Sox over a huge emotional sweep of the Yankees. You know, they hate the Yankees. I don't see them getting up for this Marlins team, so I'll take the Marlins and the Cubbies.
And for me, I'm going to take in the Marlins in the Boston game. I'm going to take the over 9.5. I think we see a whole pile of runs in Boston. Huge. Wind's blowing out. I think we're going to see big pile of runs in that game. I like the over 9.5 in that one. And I'm going to go with the Cubs as well. I think the Cubs come in here and get a win over the Padres. I'll go with Albert. Azole. Cubs got a win yesterday. I think he keep it rolling. Win 2 in a row.
I like the Padres out of these. Easy money. Go to NHL. Bruins, Islanders. Montreal looking to put away the Winnipeg Jets. My pick to win the Stanley Cup. Montreal Canadiens. Still alive and kicking. Weren't even listed in the odds for the favorites on the teams on TV when they listed the top teams' odds to win the championship. They weren't even listed. Let these guys in the door. Now they're minus 161 favorites to sweep them. You could have got them at big plus money in this series to win it.
Yeah, I think it was like plus 1,500 after they started winning a couple. It was like crazy. You could have got big money.
Next season, do NHL. You got to get that in your repertoire. You've been doing good.
It's not my thing. Next year we have a separate NHL show. Eliminate it from this one. I think by then we'll have a different format for the show. It's like I'm still kicking it around. Because we're going to go to the production like we do for the videos for the live show. And I think it just, a format closer to the drive-thru is going to be a better format for that. And I just think adding more people to the morning show is a good idea too. Giving other people more exposure in the morning since it's a more popular show. And I don't know. I'll have to figure out like who the guys are. I'd like to have James Clark on. A few guys that just would like to have on. It seemed to do it the right way. I don't want to have one of those guys that puts like 20 picks out and they're all favorites, you know. Not going to have any of those guys on. But it's like, I'd like to have Al McMorty on during NFL. I'd like to have, I'd like to have James Clark on. I just like him. Guy. So, I just think I think it might be a better format. Romanelli might be able to squeeze in a couple more, quick segments here and there. It'll also give you guys more free time.
Yep.
We'd still do our premium before the show. And then, do it that way. Just kicking it around. A lot of emails that I get from people saying I'm too mean to you guys, so they don't want to watch the show anymore. So this way they won't have to worry about that. They can just buy your premium picks, right? Which is kind
That's all right. I'm mean to you too.
Believe me, these guys, it's because it's because my mic is on the loudest, and that's okay.
Just wait for the VIP show later. It'll be fireworks.
I think it will be fireworks.
We'll be going at it.
I'm sure today's will be fireworks.
I'm gonna give out all my NBA.
Thank you, Ronnie Riley.
I want to get fired this afternoon.
For the super chat. Thank you. No, I just think it would be good to have like I don't know, maybe do like do it one way one day and one day another way day, Oh, I still have Romanelli's name up on there. I can't. You're behind. It was behind the camera. Thank you.
Oh, it does, yeah.
I didn't know. There you go. Boom.
Well, he's always here in spirit.
It's all fixed. Romanelli's always here in spirit. It's Spirit Romanelli. All right. Let's get to these hockey games so we can do some of these football futures because I haven't seen any of the lines at all, so I'm excited to do it.
So for me in these hockey, Islanders, Bruins, this is going to be a battle. Give me the under. Goals are definitely going to come at a premium in that one. As these two teams don't like each other, as I said in the video, I think we might have more fights in this one than goals. So give me the under in that one. And same thing, Jets Canadians, give me the under. Tired legs back to back. That does not equate to a whole pile of goals. So give me the under. Both hockey games I like under today. Under.
For me in these hockey games, I've been following. I've been on Montreal every game of this series and before that, a couple games. But this one, I'm jumping ship. I'm going to take the Winnipeg Jets and all that plus money. I think Montreal's definitely going to win the series here, but I think the Jets steal one here. Now, everybody seems to be humping up on Montreal. I think there's value in Winnipeg, and they've come through during the regular season when least expected. I think they scrape out a W here tonight.
All right. Let's go to these NFL futures or college football futures. Let's take a look at them. Where are they at? FanDuel?
Yep.
All right. Week 1. North Carolina, Virginia Tech. North Carolina, 6.5-point favorites. Of course, they lost that running back. It was kind of their team. And Virginia Tech, the Hokies have kind of fallen off the map recently. You know, Brian's big on Virginia Tech. I think North Carolina a little too physical. I don't know. ACC battle.
Yeah, for me early, I would lean toward North Carolina in that one.
Me too.
The one I really got circles probably Georgia +3 against Clemson.
Yeah, I do love Clemson in that one, big time.
I like Georgia.
Clemson, easy money. They own that.
Looks like they're trying to sucker you into. I get Clemson on a field goal. Woo!
Yeah, well, when's the last time Georgia won it? Well, because the line's going to be like 8 by the time.
Oh my God, they're probably humping that already.
When's the last time Georgia won at Clemson? It's a night game. It's also a night game at Death Valley. Good luck.
Good luck, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah,
when's the last time Clemson lost a home night game? Rod, Mr. Trendopotamus over here. I'm going to guess it's Rod, the Trendopotamus. Zawacki. I'm going to guess that it's 15 to 20 years. At least. And I'm going to guess that 4 of those wins were over Georgia, too. Better Georgia teams.
I'm hoping by game time it's like a 2.5-2 Georgia.
No, it's not going to be 2.5-2. It's going to be 6.5-7. And the thing is that Clemson has Georgia has had some top recruiting classes in recent years, but the thing is that they're also the number 1 school to lose players to the transfer portal. While Clemson retains a lot of their players, man, even though they have those high recruiting classes, nobody leaves because Dabo plays everyone, including the walk-ons. And we saw that last year in a lot of those blowout games, that even the walk-ons were playing in a lot of those games. So, he's able to maintain the talent on his roster. While Georgia, we saw what happened at quarterback last year for them, right, where they just had no quarterback after they had gotten the top-ranked quarterback like 5 years in a row. And then by the time it came down to the field, they didn't even have one to even play. They couldn't even decide who it was because it's kind of like, they just didn't know who their they didn't know who was the best player. And that's when you have multiple quarterbacks, that just means you don't have one that stands out above everybody. And I think Georgia's got some issues. They're going to have good running backs. They're going to have some speed. They're going to have all those things. But Clemson's got freaking loaded. Played in the national championship game, like 5 years in a row or something.
Yeah, I guess this game's even more important for Clemson because of their schedules usually nowhere close to Georgia's.
It doesn't really matter. It's like,
well, if they lose this one, that would be a real shock.
At Death Valley, it's just a horrible spot. I mean, Georgia has not played well in that spot. They have not played well in that spot. It's not like they never play each other. They play each other all the time. Clemson owns them.
I'm just saying that jumped off the page to me, that one.
I don't see it, but Brian's had a lot of success in college football, so we'll see as the game nears. But Clemson's quarterback, of course, got plenty of experience last year.
What about Florida State and Notre Dame?
Lawrence was out. That one I think I'm gonna have to look at closer to game time. 9.5 seems to be a ton. Notre Dame, of course, loses their quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So,
which is like a lot.
I'm sure they have something else, but Florida State has had some down years, but we know they're going to be fast, right? They're going to be really fast, and also you have a new head coach that now has a year under his belt. So now he's going to have, kind of get his system in there with his players. That's the problem with college football. When a coach switches teams, generally it takes them a few years to get players to run their system, right? That's really what it is. It's like you need your players to run your system. And guys like Rick Neuheisel are really good at winning with other people's players, right? And then when it comes to their players, Jim Harbaugh, right? They're really good at winning with other people's players. And then when they get their own players in there, well, they can't win. So, I think that Notre Dame games, the lines are normally tight as a vice. They're normally right there. Like this will be a 10 or 9-point game. So,
yeah.
But I like Florida State. I think they have a better chance here to cover.
And plus, the Florida State doesn't want to open up their season kit with Bear right away. I don't know. I think 9.5 seems like a lot. I think it's a touchdown game. We'll have to see. It looks like a value play.
It's like too many points. Go with that.
Seems to be too many points. Doak Campbell, not the easiest place to win. I've been there, and it is a loud building.
That would be a game I'll be looking at the money line, maybe possible sprinkle.
Anyways, we go to the Georgia Dome, where Alabama's taking on my Hurricanes. I don't know, man. It's been a while. These two have met. That's for sure. The last time they met, I believe, was 94. And that was the George T game. We tackled Lamar Thomas on the breakaway, and it was pretty much all over after that. Alabama with the big win, and then, of course, the game before that was a beatdown by Miami. Epic. Probably one of the worst losses Alabama's ever taken in a bowl game. I'm pretty sure it's one of the worst bowl losses they've ever had. 17 is a ton. We don't know who's going to be on the field for Miami. Alabama lost their whole team also. No one came back from Alabama. Quarterback, running back, wide receivers. Normally they have like a wide receiver that comes back. Like Waddle came back last year. Remember, it was like they had guys that came back. This year it's like they actually do have nobody back. But they're going to be loaded, right? They're going to be Alabama. They're going to be well coached. And Miami, we're not even sure who's playing quarterback at this point. Miami's got some. Miami played more freshmen and sophomores, the last couple of years than anybody. So they have a lot of guys with experience. They had 2 first-round draft choices this year as well. So I'll be rooting for Miami, but I don't think I'm rushing to the window. I'll probably root for Miami, bet the money line, and
Alabama money line, huh?
No, Miami money line, and just
we know you like those minus 1,200.
Yes. We have like a minus 1,200 new guy, right? Our site bets us.
I think Miami makes it respectable. We'll have to wait closer to game time, but I think it's a 10. It depends how fast Alabama gels together.
Well, generally, Nick Saban out of the gate in those games wins by about 50. But a few years ago, he struggled against West Virginia, so we'll have to see. Louisville, Ole Miss. Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin had no defense whatsoever. Louisville, no defense whatsoever. There's no total.
Give me the over.
There's no total, right? Yeah, there's no total.
Give me the
but
over.
I like the over. anything south of 100, I like the total. I like the over.
The total going to be in this one 72.5, 74, somewhere.
We got Texas, Arkansas in week 2. Let's go through a few of these. We're not going to go through all of them.
Arkansas. You're really licking my chops for Arkansas. That would be a huge home win for the Razorbacks. It's early.
Texas will have a new quarterback, Sam Erlinger, gone. How about this one? Texas A&M, Colorado at Boulder. 13.5 for the Buffs. I like Colorado there. Kellen Mond, of course, gone from Texas A&M.
And you can see a backdoor cover in that one. A&M up 14 late in Colorado.
Here's the gift that keeps on giving. So a lot of those games. So last year, a lot of these Pac-12 Big Ten games got canceled, and they were supposed to be. A lot of them were at the Pac-12 stadium, but this year they are going to resume it. But they're at the Big Ten stadium, so they back to. I don't know if they reschedule those games for later on down the road or not, but. Washington at Michigan. Washington 2.5-point favorites at the Big House.
Tons of that.
I don't know. Without Chris Peterson, I'm just less of a Washington guy. I like Chris.
I was thinking Michigan was a home dog.
Michigan's just they're just terrible. And then
I like Coach Harbaugh. I like Coach Harbaugh.
Really?
I like him.
How about this? How about you want to talk about this is my early game of the year right here. My preseason game of the year. Oregon plus 10 at Ohio State.
Yeah, it seems like way too many points.
It's not only is it way too many points, I think Oregon can win that game.
Could win that one.
Week 3, Alabama, Florida, 2 teams that haven't played each other in the regular season in quite some time. 14 points. The Gators, home dogs there. Kyle Trask, of course, is gone as well. Oklahoma, Nebraska, who used to be one of the biggest rivalries out there in the Big 8 conference, play each other as well in week 3.
Oklahoma State at Boise State. It's a big game for Boise.
Oh, gotta love Boise in that one.
Yeah.
And Tennessee, Florida. Florida 15.5-point favorites over the Vols. The Vols are really in tough times. And then you got Wisconsin minus 2.5 against Notre Dame. Oddly enough, that Wisconsin quarterback came out last year. Remember that in the first game, and he completed like 19 or 20 passes or something. And then Wisconsin was pretty ordinary, right? They were not a good team after that. I think that's a game that really I would say that Notre Dame has a good chance in that one. That one was supposed to be at Lambeau Field last year. I don't know if it's at Lambeau again. Right? That game was supposed to be at Lambeau, no? Remember? No?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah. Right.
It sucks having this kind of memory, doesn't it? Just like sucks.
Yeah, the older you get, the worse.
I remember everything. Can't help it, man. Can't help it. And then we got UCLA and Stanford. UCLA 7-point favorites. You know, the Bruins were one of the hottest teams last year at the end of the season. I think they're going to be good this year. Chip Kelly, this is his comeback year. He's had a bunch of years. Now the roster should be purged of all those other old players. And it's all Chip Kelly's players now. Look for the Bruins to be maybe that surprise team in the Pac-12. They got it done last year. They were good. UCLA was good at the end of the season. I like the stigma, right? Teams that have the stigma. I like a good case of stigma. Anyways, it looks like
says they're playing that one at the Notre Dame and Wisconsin. It says they're going to play it at Soldier Field.
Soldier Field. Oh, so Notre Dame's going to be the home team. Oh, yeah. I see. So last year when Wisconsin was the home team, it was going to be at Lambeau, and then this year with Notre Dame as the home. Because I've been to Notre Dame. Notre Dame played Miami and was the home team at Soldier.
Yeah.
Tell you what, man.
Get your parking passes now.
Yeah. It was not a fun day for me. We drove down the field of opening drive. Philip Dorsett wide open in the end zone, man. Drops it. It's like never the same. Sit there with all those Notre Dame fans. Nothing fun about that.
Leprechauns were running wild.
No, I called them something else. But leprechaun, not the word I was really looking for. Wow, because Notre Dame is listed here as the road team. That's a good spot, though. Wisconsin plays at Soldier. They used to play Northern Illinois there all the time.
Yeah, I would early lean to Notre Dame in that one.
I like Notre Dame, too. I just haven't seen anything from Wisconsin that but, Wisconsin, if they get that offensive line together, get a good running game, they should be able to run right over them, too. We'll know a lot more by then because it's week 4, that game.
College football, that gets me excited.
It does get me excited. When I'm looking now through the week 1 schedule.
It goes so fast once it starts.
There's the week 1 schedule. There's week 0. Week 0.
Wow. We love week 0.
What?
I said I love week 0.
Yeah, week 0. Illinois, Nebraska is the feature game of week 0.
Ooh.
Then we open with Wednesday night football. So Jacksonville State and UAB. So UCLA Hawaii is the week 0 game.
Is that in Hawaii?
It's at UCLA. I want to look at this UCLA past results from last season because I know they ended the season really strong. They started terrible, and I guess they ended terrible. They lost to Cal in USC. I thought they played pretty well in spots. Oh well.
Started terrible and we ended terrible.
They started terrible. They ended terrible. The middle was good.
Yeah, the middle was good.
Kind of like
they started playing good, and then all of a sudden, then they lost to Cal, and it was like, what the hell? What the hell was that?
Hey, Brian, here's your game. This is your game right here. Thursday, September 2nd, circle game. Rutgers Temple.
Oh, that's another game. I like
game of the year.
Like Jacksonville State is, playing. I like all those games.
Boise, UCF.
I like to pad my stats early.
Tennessee, Bowling Green. Gotta love Bowling Green in those matchups.
How much is Bowling Green going to get? 35.
Ohio State, Minnesota. Northwestern, Michigan State. A lot of divisional matchups. Michigan versus Western Michigan.
Kent State.
Wisconsin, Penn State. So we're going to know a lot about Wisconsin for that Notre Dame game. Wisconsin plays Penn State September 4th. Oklahoma, of course, really testing themselves out of the gate with that Tulane matchup. Iowa, Indiana. Cincinnati, Miami of Ohio. Texas, Louisiana, Lafayette. This is a great week 1 schedule. I might have to go to Vegas. Georgia, Clemson. Oh, they're saying this is a neutral site game.
Sweet.
This one could be in Charlotte. That could be in Charlotte. Who do you like in the Northern Illinois Georgia Tech game, Brian? Let's see.
I'd have to see the line. I don't even know what the line is, but I would lean towards Northern Illinois because they're probably going to get a crap ton of points, and Georgia Tech is not usually fire out of the gate.
How about UCLA, LSU? That's another one from week 1.
I look forward to seeing what LSU will be laying. I'm not a Chip Kelly guy.
We know you're a Chip Kelly guy, so what do you think?
I'm not a Chip Kelly guy. He was good in Oregon. He's been a flop ever since.
Oh, man. Arizona, BYU. Saturday, September 4th, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time start. And then Washington State, Utah State, 11 p.m. Eastern Time start. I love this stuff, right? Got 11 p.m. starts. And then that Notre Dame game is Sunday night. And then the Ole Miss Louisville game. So, Brian, was that the Phillies game yesterday against the Nationals. So when did you get home? Just about a couple hours ago, or did you stay to the
that
end?
Was my son had no idea that that's normally not a typical baseball game. It's 4.5 hours long. Sitting in the 110-degree sun. All day, and everything going wrong. Pitcher getting hit in the face. The umpire gets injured. The netting falls down.
Yeah, that was. I'd never seen that before. Where the netting fell down, and then it was another 20-minute delay.
It just gave way. It fell.
Yeah, I saw. I watched it on TV. I was watching the game.
Anyway, it was pretty crazy. And that guy got hit in the face. That was pretty.
I haven't seen a guy hit in the face in a while. I was at Old Timers Day at Fenway Park when Oil Can Boyd hit Don Slott in the face with a fastball.
Yeah, it was a long day.
Yeah.
But you always remember your first baseball game. So
Ted Williams was still around then. Those were the good old days at Fenway. Yaz, Ted Williams.
I thought Velasquez was going to get hit when he came to bat, but they didn't hit him.
So, did you tip the peanut guy?
Nope, there was no vendors there. We had to get our own food. That was my only complaint, besides the heat. It was a pain in the ass.
So normally at ballparks, right, they sell a local food, like at the ballpark, and it's nowhere near like as good as the regular version. Like in Chicago, they sell Chicago-style pizza, at Soldier Field, and at the games, White Sox and Cubs games. It's just terrible. How's the cheesesteak at the ballpark?
I didn't get a cheesesteak. I got like a Reuben type sandwich. They didn't have the normal food. They had your hot dogs and hamburgers, but typically in the Diamond Club area they have multiple. They have a couple different chefs cooking like specialty items, but they didn't have that.
How come when Bittler says Diamond Club, you automatically think that's like a strip club or something?
Right.
Well, that's what baseball teams have.
The Diamond Club.
I get a lap dance in between innings. Woo!
So I was disappointed in the food selection.
Well, it happens. Well, we didn't have a lot to talk about today. Like I said, those of you that are premium members, we're going to do the premium VIP show for all premium member levels today and go over pretty much most of the cards. So there's not going to be another late premium show. There's not an early premium. I did an early premium, but that's all really it says is that.
Today's a good day to sign up for membership because you're going to get pretty much all my premium picks almost today.
Yep. Mine too, I would guess.
And fireworks.
There'll be some fireworks. I think that's the show. Anyone have any questions out there? Whoops. All of our picks are at the, all of our percentages are at the website. I hate that question. It's like, just go to the website, pickdogs.com, click on the premium picks tab. Every pick we made is there, documented.
You can go by sport too if you want.
NFL 17 weeks this season, 17 games. So it's 18 weeks or 19 weeks?
18. I think it's 18 weeks.
18.
Because the preseason's only 2 weeks.
Anyone watch the Mayweather Paul fight? I did.
I was sleeping like a baby last night.
I watched it.
From what I heard comments, somebody said it was a hug fest.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I didn't watch it, so I can't.
I watched.
That's just the comments I seen in some of the groups. Was
I watched.
Yeah, it's a hug. Oh, okay.
Anyways, you guys want to recap anything we talked about?
Yeah, for me, I got the Bucks under 235. I think that's the best free play of the day. And then I got the Winnipeg Jets on the money line, the Miami Marlins on the money line, and those Chicago Cubbies to get it done on the money line today.
And for me, I got the Bucks money line first quarter, and the Marlins game over, both hockey games under, and the Cubs on the money line.
I like the Padres. Easy money. Run line. Whatever else. I like
Julio's a Titan.
Yep. Julio Jones is Titan. What did they trade to get him?
Couple draft picks.
32 years old.
Yep,
He's
couple draft
still
picks.
stuck.
He still caught 50. He was out quite a bit. Still got 50 passes, over 700 yards.
That gives him 2 big targets there. Actually, 3 if you count the tight end.
All right. Thanks,
Tannehill
everyone.
Super Bowl.
What's that?
Maybe Tannehill will get a Super Bowl from Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill, quarterback. Your favorite quarterback?
It's not going to happen. I watched the Buffalo-Kansas City AFC Championship game yesterday. I hadn't seen it, I never watched it except for the first time. How often do you rewatch a game?
Buffalo won that, right?
Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. Kansas City was in the Super Bowl.
But Buffalo was in the championship game last year. Game away from the Super Bowl.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Run the Rod countdown here. He's not going away. He's just going away. He's going to go do his time.
Yep. Doing time.
He's not doing time. He could, I guess. If something happens in the interim. Anyways. I know everyone, if someone comes and goes on the show, they're always like, wow,
Rod's leaving me to battle Mitch by myself. Oh, yeah.
No, I might get some special guests. I was thinking about bringing James Clark in.
Oh, I like James Clark, but he's not going to team up with me to go against you.
Hell no. Hell no.
He's going to be on your side.
Hell to the no.
I need to balance it out. Bring Romanelli in there.
I think
Junior Sharp.
I don't think so. I think he's just not FIP enough.
He's busy. He's got his stuff.
It's the FIP. It's all about the FIP. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Check out our premium VIP show. Going to be a doozy tonight. And then you guys on the drive-through?
I'm on the drive-through tonight. I'm going to do a play on the Boston Bruins and the New York Islanders. So
that's gonna be a fun show. With 8 cappers and 7 beaters.
I hope Joe D'Amico shows up, my Bash brother. We'll see.
Be interesting. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Going to try and act more professional tomorrow. I'll see all the premium members tonight at about 5:15 Eastern Time.